Long ball number 3 here for Monday, March 31st. A very unique story came out over the weekend. FIFA proposes Club World Cup playoff for Club Leon's vacated spot in this summer's Club World Cup. If you did not catch the news that Leon was kicked out of the tournament for breach of the multiple club rules for FIFA. So Pachuca and Leon have the same owners. Leon got axed. So FIFA's proposing a one-game playoff between Club America and LAFC, and looking to see why these two teams would qualify for this potential playoff game. LAFC would participate as runner-up to Club Leon in the 2023 Concacaf Champions League, through which Leon had originally qualified, and Club America would participate as the top-ranked team in FIFA Club World Cup Federation ranking, through which qualification is also determined.
Yeah, this comes after. Well, so first of all, important to note that Club Leon has a case in front of CAS, the Court of Arbitration for Sport, where they're trying to get the decision overturned, the decision to kick them out reversed. It's also worth noting on some level that James Rodriguez has come out calling this a grave injustice. He plays for Leon now.
Yeah, I think didn't he join Leon essentially in order to play in this competition?
He may have. That may have been a major selling point, and he's called it a grave injustice. We all believe that. We won on the pitch. The club and the players are hurt by this, thinking about this. If we're out, it's not fair. The team that would replace us would be stained. Football would be stained. Ooh. So many fans have planned to travel for the tournament. How do you tell them that they can't go? I have a lot of questions about all of this. It's odd. I think FIFA has to get their things together. Football is stained by this. I don't know if he said these things in English or Spanish. I'm reading them at The Independent, so they've been translated. But, obviously some things carry different import depending on the language. But it's certainly interesting, Robert. And go ahead.
Stained is very strong language, but him being compelled to write this, obviously career-wise, he wants to be in a big tournament and go into Leon. Kind of makes sense that he'd want to do that. But it kind of makes me feel like maybe his family already bought travel tickets, like plane tickets, and they're already planning to attend the game, and he's upset that they won't be able to.
And I'll add some extra comments from Andres Guardado, who also plays at Leon these days. He said, the teams raising their hands for the right to compete in our place should be ashamed of themselves. It is a brutal injustice. If anything has done things wrong, it is FIFA. Multi-club ownership in Mexico has existed for many years, and FIFA still allow us to compete. I mean, there's something to be said,
And it's not new, yeah.
Why is this only all coming down now? Why did it take so long to make decisions about this? And why is Leon's place suddenly up for grabs? I wonder. I mean, look, I'm not saying that LAFC or Club América, for that matter, wouldn't want to play in the Club World Cup. I mean, they probably do. But do they really want to have to do a playoff to get – I mean, with all the games that are coming, with all the things that they've got on their plate, do they really want to do this? Now, the reporting on this comes from ESPN – Jeff Carlisle and Lizzie Bescherano reporting LAFC would participate as runner-up to Leon. You already read this, actually, in terms of the statement that came out yesterday from FIFA. But they originally reported this, and then there was the statement. So it is it's fascinating.
But the follow-up quote I didn't read was the winner of the playoff would qualify unless legal proceedings rule otherwise.
Right. So the question is, did the game happen before CAS's decision, in which case Leon could be reinstated and there would be a game for nothing? Or do you do it after CAS has decided, which we don't know when that would be? And again, that thing is rapidly approaching the Club World Cup. So there's no clear. This is all kind of messy and ridiculous, just like the Club World Cup itself, I imagine. I'm not sure.
Well, we're only like 3 months away.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's a lot of buzz for that thing right now. Look, I'll say this. Again, if you take away this whole players are being ground into dust, which we've talked about occasionally, and maybe some of that, I would absolutely be up for an LAFC Club América game for the right to go into the I cannot imagine, it's not a CONCACAF Champions Cup final or something like that. I'm not sure there is a one-off game. I mean, we had the Campeones Cup, right? We've had that a couple times.
Yep.
It's been fun. Atlanta won one of them. I can't remember what happened with
Columbus won one.
You wonder if the Mexican teams really care about it, or if the MLS. You don't really know what the value is. We do not have, and we have a Leagues Cup final. I know Leagues Cup is a thing and whatever, but come on. If you've got this on the line, your opportunity to go to the Club World Cup and represent CONCACAF, will there have been a bigger one-off game between a Mexican and an MLS side? Because the the CONCACAF Champions Cup is a two-legged affair. You play two games to determine who the champion is of the region. And as I said, those other one-off games, like even Leagues Cup, it's like, what is that? Do we even think this is important? And I don't know that I love the Club World Cup, but if Manchester City is going to be there and all these big clubs from Europe are going to be there, certainly these clubs will want to be involved. It could be huge.
I mean, every team, even if it doesn't go well, want to have their team reported on and covered in the same sentence of the legendary teams around the world.
Let me bring this in from Andrew. If this would have been proposed a month ago, the playoff would have been LA versus Crew. Cucho wouldn't have been sold. This is, I imagine he's saying that because of the way the rankings in CONCACAF have changed, Club América moving up, it would have ended up being.
Yeah, that's dirty fool there a little bit.
That's a good question. I mean, would Columbus have held on to Cucho Hernandez because of one opportunity, one game to try to get into the Club World Cup? Would they have said no to what Betis was offering? I don't know. And Cucho probably, it would have been on Cucho too. If Cucho wants to go, it's really hard to hold on to a player who wants to go. So he might be right. It certainly does make you think about what could have happened if this was proposed in a different way.
Yeah, we shall see what happens, but definitely interesting times. Plenty of issues swirling around this, and it's wild that they gifted a side note that they gifted Inter Miami a spot for inventing the supporters shield winner being a spot, and then now a team is last minute kicked out.
Did they just? Oh yeah, okay, I guess it is.
They won the supporters shield, and then the week after that, it was like, oh, actually, the supporters shield is a qualifying trophy there. But yeah, Club World Cup. We're interested to see. We have to figure out a way to test the heat scale for the Club World Cup. By
the way, I'm going to say this. I think multi-club ownership in general is shady and yucky, and I don't like it. Right? I saw that Liverpool may be trying to get into the multi-club ownership game by buying Malaga or something. It doesn't make me. I don't like it. I don't like Cities groups. I don't like Red Bull. I don't like Grupo Pachuca. I don't like any of it. But you cannot have a sliding scale. You cannot be making what seem to be arbitrary decisions. I do think it's kind of ridiculous that if they earn their way in, Club Leon's not going to be able to participate. And why is it Leon and not Pachuca? Like, what is that, a ranking situation? I mean, I don't even want to get into that. Let's just move on.
So just one last question. Historically, who I mean, is Pachuca the favored, the more popular team of the two in the multi-club ownership? Is that a fraught question? I mean,
well, it's called Grupo Pachuca. It's not called Grupo Leon, is it? I don't know,
fair enough. All right, we'll move right along. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Click subscribe on the channel. If you haven't done so already, you're increasing this MK Ultras community, and as more folks subscribe and follow along, the conversation just gets better and better and better. So thank you, everyone, for subscribing, and then be the next to do so if you haven't already. Find us on social media at MKickaround. The things on the screen, X, Instagram, and Blue Sky, and write us a note, morningkickaround@gmail.com. We also have a coffee page, coffee.com/morningkickaround. There's bonus content there, but that's where you can financially, donate to the show, $5 or any amount that you wish, one time or regularly scheduled. We are going to kind of give a sneak peek at one of the segments that was only exclusively on the coffee page. And we're a podcast now, so look up Morning Kickaround anywhere you listen to podcasts, and you can even write us an email and say, hey, I couldn't find you in this, and we'll figure out how to get you on there. And I want to pull a comment from one of our MK Ultras just because it's a compliment and, brought a smile to me. We have in the comments, what's his name? I got to scroll up. Del Morva giving us compliments on our channel and our work ethic. So thank you for those words of encouragement. And the show is going to keep on growing and growing and growing. So keep on subscribing and tuning in and following along wherever you're doing so.